We're watching some bangers. I actually watched one of the games. The second one I didn't watch yet, so it's a secret. Really, my initial thought the entire time that I watched EG play so far is, why are they not playing Jinx when it was their best AD carry? And I know this game they end up picking it, which I really like.
EG right now, they're looking for, okay, I don't really like this, but I understand why they're...
I have the exact opposite thing. I really do like this. They're taking away Tahm Kench from Senna Tahm Kench too. They're denying this combo and getting a good combo for themselves that is actually very good against dive.
They don't really have any engage. They're now very reliant on attacking the top side of the map.
They don't need to engage. The enemy team needs to go in. EG's comp outranges them because the enemy team is playing almost all entirely dive. The only ranged champion is Senna. I feel like Vlad plays more like a dive champion than like an actual kiteback ranged champ. You don't need to start a fight if the enemy team is pressured from your range to start the fight themselves. Then all you need to do is play disengage. Yes, maybe super ultra late game Senna will outrange Jinx. That is true. I do think though that Vlad is pretty insane against Jinx. He doesn't have the most ability to outplay that shit.
Yankos now on the row.
Caught a little bit. We'll get locked up for a second here. Of course, still has the thick skin.
Not gonna kill.
Still has the flash as well. Uses the exhaust. Vulcan uses the thick skin as the chase continues. Heal coming out as well. Vulcan jumps away.
Wow, that is gonna kill.
He's in a bit of a hard spot. Inspired coming in to react. He's gonna get rooted. Flashes forward for the stun. Yankos falls. Danny with the red buff now can chase. Inspired can jump the wall as well. With that Diana stolen away. The chase continues. Target's flashes. Impact dying in the top lane. Broken blade in the sanguine pool. Impact.
BB solo kills Impact. Wow, they end up killing Flackhead.
Good, mainly because you're getting so much gold onto Danny. A bit of trading now in the mid lane.
Caps does have Ignite here. Jojo already burnt the TP. Vulcan here in time to save his mid laner.
This play was so good.
Abyssal Voyage. Caps flashes forward with the Ignite. Ticking Caps takes it. The tower will not shoot. The tongue will not.
This play was so good.
It is inspired just in time. Caps still trying to dodge away.
Oh, no.
He gets to the other side. Vulcan flash, tongue lash. Give him a licking in the bushes. Inspired continues to chase. Caps trying to get away. Has the Razor Beaks to dash to and should be able to escape a tongue lash. Abyssal Voyage going forward. Caps double dash and manages to survive.
Oh my god!
This chain CC doesn't actually work because Tom W is too slow, but like 99% of people, because it's not a perfect chain, would mash flash and just leave. I'm pretty positive. He's not sure whether he can mash flash out of this. It looks incredibly close, but he knows that if he is able to mash flash out of this, instead of just surviving, this is a kill opportunity. Like he sees Jojo not playing perfectly max range here. It's crazy that Caps knows like there's a chance I die here, in which case mashing flash does nothing, right? Like my flash just won't go off. But if I can mash it, then I'm going to Q flash forward. Like it's so smart because he covers every option. I think his decision was a spur of the moment decision because of Jojo's positioning. So good. So good.
The aggression that we're seeing from Yankos on the map.
Wow, Yankos is getting his ass kicked by Inspired. He's actually getting shit on.
I feel like that.
Inspired is a full clear Andy? Wait, what? Have you been watching him play?
Flackhead, only about half health. Danny and Vulcan coming in. There's Tugmas flash forward for the root. Danny locked up with a deck charge. Caps will lock him down.
Wow. Oh, my timer.
To take out the EG bot lane. A kill over the ankles, 2 kills to G2.
That was so int, man. That was such an unforced error, guys. Let me try to understand their perspective. They're walking up because they want to hover for Herald, but Herald is already dead. I think they're actually more likely than in any way trying to affect Herald, since Inspired has it at 1 HP already. They are checking drag. And if Yankos doesn't have flash, which it's been up for a good amount of time, he does die here instantly before any help can come.
Oh no, they can actually make this work.
That was very well played by Yankos. Wow. Very, very well played. If his E is not up there, that looks totally different. What a crazy unforced error though by EG's bot lane, because they were actually smashing the game before that point. Oh, such a sick play. Oh my god, amazing. Double kill, easy. Oh, dude, not double kill actually. Targamas actually lives. Oh, so good, so good. 5 plates for Jinx. This game is looking so good for EG. Like 5 plates on Jinx, smashing Jinx, smashing Senna in lane with Jinx. Like this is like unheard of stuff. Oh? Wait, no way. No way.
Q will not connect, but Caps finds that final steel tap.
No way you played like that. You're kidding me. No one pressed any buttons. Like, literally everyone had every ability up and no one pressed a single thing. Jojo has stopwatch, Vulcan has Tom Kench eat, and Inspired has flash. Now watch how all of them play this in a 2v3. Diana goes in, he ults, stopwatch, Tom Kench eat, Inspired, use flash. Why? Is it 35 ping? I mean, maybe. Honestly, that could have made a difference. Vulcan's mechanics are usually really good. He would for sure eat somebody there, normally. Press buttons. I mean, dude, that's literally the game. Like, just press buttons. Maybe they need a Logitech Pro G Tournament keyboard. I actually forgot the exact name of this. It's like your Tournament G keyboard. That is the advantage that they need. Another tower for Jinx. Like, this game is so fucking doomed. Look, they kill him here. They should kill him here. Good Zonias, but it doesn't matter. You're dead anyways. What'd you say? Keys? Oh, yeah. Here you go. I mean, guys, Senna Nautilus is so useless compared to Senna Tom Kench. Well, it's especially useless compared to Jinx Tom Kench. And Danny is so insanely snowballed this game. He's the richest player in the game. It's exactly who you want all your gold on because he's your late game. He's your future. So I'm so curious how EG lost this game. Because the gold doesn't tell the whole picture. The gold is obviously a objective measure of how much, you know, how much income, how much fucking CS, everything, whatever, kills, all that stuff is added together. But if you look at it like under a microscope, all that matters is Nautilus is the one with a shit ton of gold, and Jinx is the guy with a shit ton of gold for your team. You could think of it this way. What if you could just transfer income between players on your team? You could just be like, yo, dude, here you go, 500 gold. You did such a good job. Fucking clap on the back, man. Kiss you on the lips. Mwah. 500 gold for you. Everyone will be doing that shit for their AD carry or their fucking super fed top laner, or like whatever champion you think is most broken for that game, right? Usually it'd be like super scalers like Vlad, Orianna, Jinx, Tristana. You want that to happen because the gold it has exponential value on that player as compared to you. So on the flip side, it's like it has horrific value on Nautilus. So even though the gold lead is only 1k, it's actually a lot more than that. This stuff is really only possible when you have like set plays, voice comms, and oh my god, he's just shitting on him. Oh my god, Danny is so strong. Surely Danny can transfer his lead into an easy W. Dude, this is so crazy, man. It's so hard for them to lose. They are just so locked in. They are so in control. Jojo is overgrouping. They're losing a lot of waves. In my opinion, EG is not a good macro team. They are actually a good team fighting team. They don't win games through good decision making, through moving in the map. Like, just look at what's been happening, man. How much farm are they losing in side lane? You're winning the fucking game, by the way. You're winning the game, and yet, what is happening, man? How are you losing top turret? Look at what's happening. They lost bot turret because they let BB push in. They spent too long doing the shift play. Now they random YOLO drop Rift Herald mid while Jojo's recalling, and the guy's so clueless. They don't know how to defend top turret and take mid at the same time. This should be a 1-for-0, not a 1-for-1 trade. And not only that, at this point, I think Jojo should just fucking recall. Drags up in 12 seconds. Who cares? You have TF ulti. You should be catching these 12 CS top lane, including cannon minion. It's so triggering to watch this because their macro. He doesn't even farm. He just TPs to the fight. Oh my god, this whole thing is just so ugly, man. Wow, Impact insta-dies. Holy shit. Their macro is actually bad. I'm not like saying that to like be a hater or anything like that. Their macro is actually straight up not good. They won LCS through team fighting, but they need to work on their the way that they see the game. Big picture. You shouldn't be losing farm on side lane when you're winning the game really hard and you have a TF. You shouldn't be contesting control of the enemy team when you have a permanently winning mid. You should have had a better setup 30 seconds before the objective spawn. Danny Penta! Danny Penta! Jesus, Jojo has a shit smite. Like, on the flip side though, guys, like, oh my god! It happened again! It happened again! Vulcan needs to eat right now.
He tried to go
Right now, he needs to eat. Oh, he was stuck in a Q animation. So right here, right? He presses Q. Oh, if he just pressed anything else. If he had just pressed anything else. Such sad timing. Danny just is so sad right now. Why Q? He should just eat. I mean, that's true. That's true. He misplayed. He misplayed. I don't think it's like your dog shit if you misplay against the best players in the entire world. I think what really is a huge shame is when I see EG just lose PvP. Or PvE, I mean. Like, they lose games. Oh shit, is Vlaka dead? Do you hear my silky and beautiful voice? ASMR style. This video is sponsored by the Blue Yeti X mic. The Yeti X USB microphone includes advanced Blue Voice audio software, a suite of broadcast vocal effects that makes it easier than ever to achieve professional on-stream sound quality. If you're in the market for a new mic at work, stream, gaming, whatever it is, check out Blue Yeti X in the description below. BB kills him there? You're joking, man! What? No way! How in the fucking world do you ever lose this fight? Okay, BB. BB, good dodge on Tom. Okay, so let me see what's happening on the right side here. So Jojo dies. Funnily enough, I think that Vulcan can actually save Jojo here if he flash eats him, right? Because then he gets the shield. On the other side, Inspired is just getting collapsed on. So Inspired thinks that he's collapsing on them, but he's kind of just getting collapsed on. He gets his GA popped, which is actually totally fine. He's totally happy for that. Okay, Vulcan ran it down. Okay, yeah, Vulcan ran it down. Danny having to flash there is so crazy. I cannot believe that ultimately, in the end, G2 wins this fight and Danny has to use flash. Like, I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. The only situation where I would think I would have to use flash here is to just kill everybody, to clean up. Like, but he has to use it defensively because his team is losing the fight so bad. Holy moly, that is wild. I'm just so disappointed that EG didn't know how to play mid game when they were winning that hard. There's parts of the game that you should play kind of random, and there are parts of the game that are, it's been solved over and over and over again how you should play it, right? Like this is like League of Legends could have been written into a book. In this fucking Bible of macro, like that situation has been fully and completely, it's known. It's a known quantity. It's a solved game. And they didn't know how to play the solved game, which is really disappointing to me. And obviously now, you know, they're 5k gold down. They're in a bad spot. They're in a bad spot. Before, when they were pretty ahead, that was a really easy game to play. Very, very easy, man. Caps trolling? Oh my god. Caps is so good at looking at little opportunities like that and seeing a window. I have never seen a player like him, actually. It's like he has so much awareness. He knows that he can't die there, and he knows that his team is that much a little bit faster than the enemy team to collapse. So he's not really risking his GA. He knows how much damage he can do. That trade is actually positive for him to trade his ulti for Viego ulti. And Viego's ult, right, is so powerful. It's so insanely strong. And now he doesn't have it. And this play is actually, if this is a good play, we'll see. Oh shit. I mean, they get this playoff because Caps blew Viego's ult earlier. That was such a good, like, punish. LCS is so bad at playing the map.
Spotted out by the ultimate. Caps now on his way. EG know they have the numbers advantage. They're trying to get this fight, but look at how big Broken Blade is.
Oh.
Boots up. Stun lock. Dawning Shadow coming out. EG looking for the fight. Blacker puts a shield down. Yankos down. Broken Blade trying to get into the backline. The Hema plate going off. Jojo Open's going to be live with the Super Mega Death. He connects. And this is great for EG. The
What?
How many ever stacks you get, Black?
What killed BB there?
Dawning Shadow coming out. EG looking for the fight. Blacker puts a shield down. Yankos down. Broken Blade trying to get into the back line. The Hema play.
Oh my god, Inspired fucking took Diana's corpse and killed BB with it.
And this is great for EG. The chase is on. How many ever stacks you get? Blacker, you still.
Wow, nice play, nice fight. Now they win. Wait, no. Now they let the enemy team get soul? Oh. Alright guys, what's better? Stopping the enemy team from getting Hextech soul, the soul with 92% win rate, or getting Baron for 3.5 minutes? Is this like actually a real decision that you would ever make? Of course not. I think they're just caving under the pressure. There's no way this is a real choice. It's a no-brainer. You ask 100 pro players and 99 of them are going to tell you that Soul's better and one of them is going to troll and say Baron. I must know, like, who is deciding these? Meteos said he was fine with it, really. One buff lasts 3.5 minutes and gives the ability to like siege turrets. One gives an indefinite persistent buff that you know, it's gonna last for the rest of the game, that does a crazy amount of damage and slowing and is proccable by literally all 5 members of the enemy team easily. It's yeah, there's 0 HP. It's fucking 2v5. You will never ever get outplayed there, and if you're afraid of a 2v5, then you deserve to lose. It's exactly what I mean when I say like the decision making is EG's weakest point. I'd say I think it's the way that they see the game. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't really think it makes sense to a lot of people. Jesus, that fucking build. Oh my god, he's full items now. That is nasty. Oh no, Vulcan just pressed lock it on accident. Holy shit, Vulcan's actually kind of nervous. I feel like. Oh, big damage. Oh my god, Yankos! Oh my god, Yankos, and Danny doesn't use flash there. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow, what a play. What an amazing play. They used Senna's E at such a good time too. It's like he is sitting in Senna's E and making it so hard for them to react. This was so fast. Caps wind walls this gold card. And saves himself from getting stunned. Danny doesn't use flash. I think there was actually a somewhat chance if he used flash there that he might get resets and kill people because everyone is so low, but that's crazy. How does he have vision of Danny in the bush here anyways? I would think that I'm like totally fine in this case. And this play is so unexpected that BB isn't even a part of it. Look at how far away he is. He attacks a ward. He attacks the ward twice and he walks into the bush. It should dissipate the vision right here. The only thing I can think of is like the vision bugged out from hitting the ward. How do you not flash that? Yeah. I will be extremely surprised if any pro player flashes that. I think like maybe only Uzi would. I love reading Twitch chat analysis about like what you would do differently. It's not real. Blind Ezreal Recon. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. This is such a crazy punishable lane. Oh, they banned Kai'Sa. I would have picked Kai'Sa right here. They banned Kai'Sa and Xayah. I would just pick Jinx. This is okay. Yeah, I can understand it. It's high risk though. So let's look at the strengths and weaknesses of each team. I would say one thing that stands out right away is Ezreal against 1, 2, 3, 4 melee champions is really strong. Basically, the more melee champions that the enemy team has, the better Ezreal is typically. He's not very good at fighting ranged champs, but he is really good at kiting melees and just doing max damage to people who are just right-clicking him. On the other side, I would say actually just G2's comp in general has a lot of good ults for Sylas, GP ult, Trend ult, Leona ult, all good. Even Trist ult can sometimes do really good damage. EG has really good scaling, right? Turbo scaling, top lane, GP. GP definitely outscales Gnar, it's not even close. Tryndamere definitely outscales Sylas, and Trist definitely outscales Ezreal. So I think G2 put themselves on a somewhat of a timer since they're getting triple outscaled. GP is definitely ranged in a way, yeah, but Ezreal's still really good at playing around his barrels. I like that EG went for triple outscale just because it's like one way to win the game. It's a lame way to win the game, but it is a good way of winning games. And on the, I also really like that they have Leona Lilia. Typically, I actually really dislike this combo, but in this game, it's really good because it puts a lot of cleanse slash tenacity pressure on the enemy team. And these champs are really strong early, right? Like Leona's particularly strong early game to balance out the triple scaling. Going cleanse also slows down the enemy team a lot. So if they were to go like Merc Charge or something, it would slow down their spike a lot, which then buys more time for the scaling champions. Their damage spread is honestly not even that bad either, since Leon and Lilia do a pretty solid amount of magic damage. Yeah, like I do think that Tristanas typically do go cleanse, and wow, this looks... Whoa. Wow, Danny. Oh my god. Oh my god. He didn't want to live. Like, he just wanted to die. That's a really common 3 minute 30 gank. I'm surprised I didn't ward for it, and I think like that just goes to show you're playing at the very highest level. If you skip a step, it's really easy for the enemy laner. Like G2's bot lane is going to call that they never warded, and they know that because they've had eyes on the enemy bot lane the entire time. So here they can tell the enemy team like where it's warded right here. It actually is warded, but this ward is not very good. It seems like it should have been in bot try instead, and that would have saved them from this. Or they should just not be in the position to get ganked right there with no flash. Yeah, my mistake. I thought it wasn't warded, but they actually saw him there. G2's bot lane is a lot more impressive than I thought they would be. I thought they were a weak point of the team, but they're actually playing really well. I feel like G2 has very, very strong fundamentals. They get that kill bot and they use it to stabilize. Their entire game plan is about playing into top. You can tell, like, they really heavily prioritize the basics of the game. Heavy vision control and just playing the map, you know? Pink ward here and 2 pink wards in the enemy top jungle just makes the game so easy for them to play. They should have checked that bush. Now they both are walking over enemy team wards as well. I can understand that they don't want to play into bot lane because Ezreal Rakan is so weak early game. It's one of the probably the weakest bot lanes to play around early game. They got that freebie gank, but it didn't change their game plan much. They still want to play into topside. I don't think you should be down this many camps, Wukong versus Lilia. Now he's doing Herald on a ward. I wonder if this is actually punishable by EG. They see it, their bot lane's moving up, and now what? Does Jankos unleash the Heralds? Yeah, he does. He's wasted so much time. He's farmed 1 camp in the last like 3 minutes. Holy shit, Jankos is just falling more and more behind because he's spending time hitting Herald. He's doing it all on wards. They don't know that this area is warded for the enemy team. They've been losing a lot of control the last like 3 minutes. EG is actually pretty comfortably ahead, even though G2 is the one with first blood. Oh, Vulcan? Oh! They're getting fucked here, man. G2 is getting fucked here. They're gonna get their red stolen and lose more bot farm? Wow, Flacket has so much self-control not to just walk bot lane and try to get as much farm as he can. Now he's lost 2 waves and another plate, and GP just ults. This whole sequence is so good for EG. EG's getting really ahead. The gold lead just got widened by double. It went from like 700 up to like 1400 now. G2's got this like loaded musket with Herald, but like, Jesus, look at Inspired, man. Look at this fucking guy. He has 11-minute Leandries. That is insane, man. No cleanse. Oh my god. Oh my god. He lives? Holy shit. Flackid's mechanics are clean as fuck. That wasn't an easy Q to hit. You know what G2 is really good at? They're really good at playing connected. I think this is something that TL is absolutely horrendous at, and that's why I actually don't think that TL is really ever gonna live up to their fucking $7-8 million super team potential, because they are the worst at this, and they almost never play loose like this. Like, they are so bad at playing off the cuff. They only play structured, and this is like something that, in my opinion, G2 and EG are both good at this respectively. I think obviously G2 is a little bit better, but they are so good at playing connected. For EG, they don't have any information. They just know that Flackid's face checking them. But G2 is always ready to play off of like a reaction. So here it's like they're covering him as he walks up, but they're not with him. If they were with him, EG never makes this play. You would like, why would EG ever go in if Targamas and Jankos are holding his hand all the way in? I'm gonna say, like, first off, like, this is actually something that Bjergsen sucks at, and I know this because I played with him, is like just playing off the cuff like this and just eyeballing the situation and like playing it to the absolute limit. I don't think that Flackhead knows without an absolute doubt that he's going to die, like he's going to survive this. There's like so many like random things that could happen to him. Yeah, this is like something that you must learn how to do. Just like playing with fog, playing like barely connected, like as far away from each other as possible while still being able to cover. So like it's really hard to decide like when. Oh my god. No way. He actually kills? Holy shit. That's insane. Holy shit, Impact, you're Chad. I think Nars is a shit champ. Straight up. Nars sucks. Vulcan has flash. Wow. So well played, man. Yanko's dead. Caps actually lives that because Danny forgets to press R. Oh my god, that's a stun? What the fuck? Yeah, G2 is just the best fucking team ever at playing like random situations like this. Just the best team ever. Caps 1 HP instead of basing just wraps in lane. Who would ever expect such a play? No, honestly though, Danny should know that better. Like his jump timing is just not right. You know, I feel like it's super toxic, but you kind of just have to know your jump timing must be the same. He has to buffer the jump as he's getting stunned, so his jump doesn't get canceled. Because here his jump gets canceled, but it should be the other way around, where his jump cancels Nars if he does it a little bit later. It's kind of the same shit as the Recon Mine game. Ping Copium? We're coping hard, boys. We're coping hard. EG's actually significantly ahead of G2. 2k gold right now, and they're scaling like crazy. If I took a snapshot of this game, I would way rather be EG than G2. They have triple scaling, they're ahead 2k, they're comfortably at 2 drags. I mean, it looks good to me. 3 towers to 1. This TV play is actually crazy. What the fuck? 4v4. Ezreal's not involved, neither is Trend. Caps 1v1 Impact? Wow. Fucking Caps, dude. Fucking Caps, dude. How does he just play every 1v1 so perfect? Wow. Wow! Caps is so fucking perfect. He is so perfect. What the fuck? He walks out of base there with 60% HP. He didn't even let fucking Fountain heal him back to full before he walked top for that 1v1. God, Caps is so crazy, man. Oh, wow, that was so close to killing. Jesus. Yeah, I think Nars is a shit champ. I just realized that BB is a player who spent most of his glow up years in NA, and Inspired is the opposite. He spent most of his glow up years in the EU. I mean, technically they're both from Europe, but like it's strange that they switched regions. Caps 1 HP. Where's Vulcan going? Oh my god, Vulcan just trolled the shit out of this game. He didn't. Okay, Vulcan is actually. They both didn't think they were needed for the 1v1, and then Impact just gets his ass kicked. Vulcan stuns a minion and doesn't ignite. What the fuck? What the fuck? How the fuck is Cap so good? I would be annoyed in most of these games if I was Inspired, because I think Inspired is actually playing better than Jankos. And a lot of the games he has more clever pathing, he's smarter about his camps, he does get significantly ahead of the enemy jungler and accomplishes more. His laners are just worse. And I think that's way more frustrating to be the jungler in that situation than pretty much anybody else, because he is outperforming his opponent, but it's not turning into as much of a lead as it should be. I mean, maybe it's partly because he's from LEC and he's so familiar. Like, it's only been one split since he's joined NA. He is so familiar with playing against G2, specifically probably playing against Jankos for like the last like two and a half, 3 years. I mean, Jankos is playing for the team, but he's falling too far behind while accomplishing not much. So it's a lot of time. I never said that Inspired's a better player than Jankos. I just said that Inspired played better than Jankos this last 2 games. You can be a better player and get outperformed. Just because you're a better player doesn't mean that you play better than your opponent every single game.
I can't help but wonder what could have been. What could have been? Maybe a team fight. We'll see. Oh, look at Vulcan fade back there onto Flack, and he goes very creative. But now Jojo's spinning in. They're trying to 5v5. Doing what they know, but I don't think they have the comp to do it. Jojo does kill Jankos and get away.
1 for 1. It's good trade for EG so far.
Looking for the sleep. Finds the Everfrost. Stolen Danny's ulti actually.
Oh my god, what?
Letting it rip, but he doesn't go for it yet. Inspired with the stasis, keep himself alive, but Danny eats so much.
What?
He's just walking forward. That damage, ridiculous, but not enough to take down Danny.
I am just fucking mind blown by Cap's. Holy shit, they have it. They just get Baron. Oh no, Vulcan's caught.
Nice steal there by the Caps.
Oh shit. Oh shit. This is where Ichi's macro game just falls apart. You'd think based on how G2 is playing, they're so massively ahead of their opponent. Before they got Baron, the game is dead even. I think Cap's inted. Yeah. Yeah, Caps is inting. Oh, Jankos might die too. Wow, he kills there?
But Inspired will finally get him dead. 3 kills there for only Impact's death. Will also steal out the Baron. Danny in trouble. Mini now not that tanky. Flacket though fighting. Oh no, Flacket I think he's got enough. Buster shots 9. But Danny now punches in. Finds himself an outplay and now Vulcan gonna pump the lock and look.
Wow, that kills? Holy shit. So fucking clean, dude. What? This is what I mean, by the way. Like, I tell my chat sometimes it's WR and it's only level 2 ulti actually. This is what I mean though when I try to tell people about like use abilities right as you get stunned. He does have cleanse, but I think it's really hard to. It is really hard to react to stuff if you use stuff as you get CC'd. So watch this. He waits until the last possible second and he just barely starts channeling his ulti. It's like a fraction of a second before he gets stunned. And he does have cleanse, but I still think it's really, really difficult to react to something like this happening when you expect the guy to be stunned. There was essentially no downtime, cleanse or no cleanse. That was such a good play. That was a fucking sick play by Flacket. You think based on how they're playing, they're super ahead, but they're not. The game is even. Let me check the gold after this. They're ahead 1,000 gold, man. I would still rather be EG. Like, this game just proves that draft only matters as much as your fucking players are able to, like, outplay their opponents occasionally, but not happening. Oh my god. Like, they're getting outscaled. G2's comp is worse now. Oh? Wow. 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 Inspired gets dragged.
And now he's going to keep on going. He's going to die. There's nothing else left here, but he did steal the soul. Jojo, or excuse me, Dan should have his jump up in a second.
Oh my god!
Ratio is coming up big there.
Caps is so fucking good. I just can't stop repeating it. So good. They're so good. They're so fucking good. This is what's mind-blowing to me. G2 wins this fight. 4v5 no Wukong ulti. How could this ever happen? 4v5 no Wukong ulti. Caps wastes his ulti. Vulcan just goes in and stuns. Not a good play in my opinion. Danny he does buffer his ulti on BB's ult or on BB's jump. That's good. And Flakka does big damn too. Ezreal's angle is very smart. Ezreal stays away from the clump so he doesn't get affected by GP ulti, and he ults at an angle where it actually ends up hitting 30 people so much damage. That gets Danny low enough where he can't participate in the fight. And Vulcan has to just sit here and kill himself to try to protect him. Oops, timer time. That was that game. I feel like when I watch G2, I get like this like fucking feeling that they know the game so well. They know the fucking game like just unbelievably.